No, if we see this is the email field, this is the this, but I don't know if I type without type it gmail.com something kind of things, I can't do this one this. So because of that, here for this we have the solution. So for that solution we need to add something on the material design for this. So but if you want to add the material design, you need to add one Gradle into your project, one Gradle into your project. So first of all we need to concentrate what is Gradle. So Gradle is nothing but it should be same concept as a jar. So same concept as a jar. So what is the benefit if we add this jar is if jar is this offline, it should we can download the jar file from the web and we can add that into your project. So after this, if the same thing, if I go with the Gradle one, just I add one line of code into my project. So once we added that one, any new updates will come automatically, the line of code should download into your project. But if in case of jar, see when I use the jar, that has only three functionalities, only three functionalities. Let us assume that should be calculator one. So it has this plus, minus, and last one should be here, it has some subtraction. So it has only three fields. So it has the three fields. Then tomorrow it should came as this multiplication. So that time if I use the jar, I need to download the new jar and I need to remove the previous jar and I need to add the new jar. But if I go with the Gradle, directly it should be updated in this. See, maybe you people observe or not, but while once you click on, means once you created the project or you refresh the project or you rebuild the project, here it should be see Gradle build finish. So that Gradle should, whatever the updates will come into Gradle, automatically it should be it should be downloaded into your project. So now here this is the Gradle scripts. So in this Gradle scripts, again here we have multiple things on this Gradle. So here always we can add the Gradle in app level. So this should be just build.gradle module app. So in this we'll add here this. So in this lot of things are there in this version, Android version, everything in this. In the dependencies we can add our this thing into this. So for that here we need to add this one, though that should be here design. So that we can add here design Gradle. So this design Gradle we can add for this. So just I'll copy this design Gradle and I'll add in between of this here this. But right now in a lot of example programs in a Google, it is available with this compile. But if I go with this compilation, here we will get some error. See, because that is already compilation as became deprecation. Now in place of the compilation, the new thing is introduced, that is implementation. So right now you can go with this implementation, but if you go with this compilation, see here we will get some error. So I will show you that error. Wait, once it is Gradle is built, here we will get this error. So just we will observe that error and then we will go with this next step. See here, it should be here. Still means again one more thing here, while you are adding the Gradle, net should be present. So because it should be downloaded the latest files into this from the net. So because of that, it should be net should be present in this. So still this three processes are going on here. See here, configuration compile is obstacle and has replaced with the implementation of it will removed at the end of 2018. For more details you can. So here it should be. So because of that, here you need to add here first implementation. So you can add here in place of that you can add here implementation. So implementation, you can add the key as implementation. So once you can add the implementation, then here again you will get here. So you can sync now. So now the syncing is done. So syncing is in process. So we make this as implementation. So now it should be syncing. So here in this again this lot of versions are there. See here it is now 23.0.1, but for this latest version is also available. So how we can find the latest version? Just it will stop. I'll show you that also how we can find the latest version of this. See, now here just over the control there, and by clicking on the alt enter, here you will get what is the latest version of that particular Gradle. Just a minute, it is showing here. Okay, here by clicking on this, see, now it is showing this error. See, now here if I click here, see, it is showing this what is the latest version. So the latest version is 28. So how this 28 means, here this should decide by this what is your target and what is your compilation version. Dependent on that, it should be decide that. So here should be, we can replace with, by clicking the alt enter you will get this. So by clicking on this 28, it should be this, and here also something error, click on the alt enter, just you can add this line, so it should be fine. Now you can click on the sync now. See, once you click on the sync now, the data should be downloaded into your this. See, now it is, once syncing is done, now you can go to your XML file and you can add one extra tag for each and every edit text. So here total we have the 4 edit text. We'll add this effect to 3 edit text first, then we'll observe that, then last we'll add this the last one. So still this is in progress. So once it should be, depends on the net speed also, the Gradle building should be depends. See, once this is building done, then we'll go to here in this. So here in this I'll go to code here. So for each and every edit text here I'll add one more extra, that is this text input layout for every this label. See, but right now if I'm trying that one, see, I'm not getting anything. Why? Because there is no tag available on the text layout input right now, because that should come from the external source. That is not a internal, it should not be available. So whatever internal it should be available, those will come now, but what is the external, it should come after syncing of this only. See, right, it should be still the two process are in progress. So that should be, once it is done,